and welcome to HTM on the Line. I'm your host, Bryant Hawkins Sr. This podcast is for HTM by HTM. This week's episode is strictly for the individual who may be interested in pursuing a career in healthcare and enjoy working with high technology equipment. You're the one who never heard of HTM, but don't know enough to decide if you would pursue a career in it? This episode is for you. If you have been advocating to people about HTM, but just could not find the words to paint the perfect picture, this episode is for you. If you're a parent, aunt, uncle, and you have a child, nephew, niece, who does not know exactly what they want to do with their lives, just share this podcast with them. I will do my best to provide them with options. Without further ado, let's get into this week's podcast. This podcast is entitled, To Be or Not to Be a BMET? That is the question. The 5 best jobs you never heard of. This was a story published in the U.S. News magazine in 2015. What was the 5 jobs mentioned? Nuclear medicine technologist, digital risk officer, health and wellness educator, industrial organizational psychologist, and medical equipment repair. Nuclear medicine technologist was number 1. The number 2 job, medical equipment repair. The projected job growth for medical equipment repair from 2015 through 2022 was 30%. Now, if the U.S. News magazine was to publish another survey in 2022, medical equipment repair will probably be number 1 or 2 again. We will discuss 3 major parts about medical equipment repair technicians: the duties, salary, and how to become one. Biomedical equipment technician may also be called biomedical technician, biomed tech, or some use the acronym BMET. We will refer to the BMET acronym for the remainder of this podcast. What does a BMET do? Under the HTM umbrella, there is a variety of technicians and engineers, but we're focusing on a BMET 1 entry-level professional. The main duties of a BMET: installing, maintain, and repairing medical equipment, cleaning and adjusting medical equipment, approving newly purchased medical equipment, making sure it meets regulation standards, demonstrating and teaching others how to use medical equipment, keeping records of all maintenance and repairs, replacing medical equipment when necessary, using computers, software, and electronic tools to repair medical equipment, keeping patient information confidential, updating skills through medical journals such as Technation, AMY, and 24/7. This may seem like a lot, and I know I left some duties off, but honestly, after 6 months on the job, a BMED would have probably performed 80% of the duties I just mentioned. Now, how do one become a BMED? Depending on your location in the U.S. or Canada, they have 73 BMED associate degree programs across the United States, 4 in Canada. To find out if one is located in your area, you can go to AMY.org. Once you get to AMY.org website, locate the search box on the right and type in that search box HTM in the box. It will bring you to a tab entitled HTM Specific Academic Programs by State. If you can't find a school from that tab, you will see a short list of schools that you can take online courses to obtain a degree. One school I highly recommend is CBET, the College of Biomedical Equipment Technology. There's another way of getting into the industry that is growing every day: the AMY BMED Apprenticeship Program. The BMET apprenticeship program is a 2-year hybrid program that combines education and up to 6,000 hours of paid on the job competency based training. This program is being utilized by a number of corporations across the United States. Now, how much do an entry level BMET make? This is not a definite number or factual. I pulled this off of Indeed.com. The median salary for a BMET 1 is $53,000 annually. This was averaged out from 985 salaries reported as of June 10, 2022. In some cases, your location or region of the U.S. you reside in may play a part in your salary. Now, what are some locations BMEDs work? Main hospitals, multiple hospitals, off-site clinics, surgical centers, veterinarian hospitals, cruise ships. Yes, I said cruise ships. You probably never think about a cruise ship needing medical equipment service. But each cruise ship has medical staff aboard the ship, which means they will have medical equipment aboard the ship. The equipment has to be maintained. So once a cruise ship returns to the port, a BMET has to go aboard and repair, PM, or install medical equipment upon the ship. The companies that service the cruise ships industry also will provide healthcare technology support to the maritime industry, including vacation island destinations, offshore energy, commercial shipping and fishing, luxury yachting, luxury residential ships, and of course, cruise ships. So, as a BMET, you can have an opportunity to travel the world and see exotic places repairing medical equipment. Along with cruise ships, you also have floating hospitals. You have the Africa Mercy ship, who has served 17 coastal African countries, both north and south of the equator, and both east and west of the prime meridian as the overall service window for the African Mercy. You have the U.S. Navy, who have 2 hospital ships. Let me give you an idea of the size of one of these floating hospitals. The USNS Comfort One is one of the largest hospital ships in the world. The ship is an oil tanker turned floating hospital, the height of a 10-story building, and the length of 3 football fields. With more than 700 medical personnel, 12 operating rooms, MRI, CT, and numerous other medical equipment aboard. And yes, amongst the medical personnel will be BMEDs. See, BMEDs spend much of their careers behind the scenes. That is not to say their work is secondary or tucked into the background. It is not, but rather the BMEDs' work, more so than their physical presence, is what patients see when they receive care. See, that's the beauty of the field. No matter a BMED's race, sex, or culture, we all look the same through our work. When that surgeon performs a successful open heart surgery, a BMED presence was there. A gunshot wound comes to the ER, need to take x-rays. A BMED presence was there. A surgeon is performing a major heart transplant or lung transplant, and they're using the heart-lung machine. A BMED presence is there. They're using the anesthesia machine, the overhead lights, the electrical surgical unit. A BMED presence is there. Just performed a total knee replacement. After the surgery, he's put into this special surgical table or ortho bed. A BMED presence is there. Despite the fact that most of our workplaces are in the basement, near the loading docks, next to the morgue, or in some storage areas, The great job biomed technicians do are on display 24 hours a day, from the successful repairs, maintenance, and end user training we provide on a daily basis. If you want to join an industry that gives results to someone's life daily, healthcare technology management is the place. If you want to know more, please reach out to me at biomed, BIOMED, Hawk, HAWK, at gmail.com. As always, I like to leave you with a quote. The greatest gift you can give someone is your time. Because when you give your time, you are giving a portion of your life that you will never get back. Thanks for listening. And if you can, please share my podcast on all of your social media outlets. That way, we can all bring awareness to healthcare technology management. A great field that I think anyone would be proud to join and will definitely remain in it. Until next time.